What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB. Sorry, man, I'm already laughing at this one here. Oh, man, what was I saying? Big shout out to some doggy out there. Which doggy was it? E1BT for coming through and boosting up the coin. So, bash. Carl, Yaxley Lennon, Froch. Shout out to the cat in the comments. That wasn't my bar, but it was a good bar nonetheless. So, we got some updates from Yaxley Lennon, Froch. Yeah. That'll be relevant in a minute towards the end of this video, but let's do the generic one. Let's start with the generics. Carl has done a part 2 of the Glaze Fest with Conor Benn, aka Conor Eggs Benedict. Conor Benn, Conor Eggs, but yeah, 100%. Let's get to the bars. Here we go.
Junior, I loved it. I watched it. I didn't expect it to be that. I won't expect anybody to get wiped out, but I just didn't expect. Okay, fair enough. Let's go straight in with fighting then.
Yeah.
Chris Eubank Jr. I loved it. I watched it. I didn't expect it to be that. I won't expect anybody to get wiped out, but I just didn't expect it to be that entertaining. I thought it would have been a bit of a standoff by Eubank trying to use his boxing skills, keeping out his way, then using his size late on. You came out straight out the blocks like you said you was going to. And, mate, I enjoyed that fight.
Listen.
No, I'm not saying he was fully glazing. Yeah? You saw the personification there. It wasn't a gobbler. He was tipping. It was like a, what do they call it when they do it in the bedroom? It's not a warm-up. What do you call it in the bedroom? Foreplay. It was a foreplay. He was doing a little bit of tipping. He was touching the tip. That's how it looked to me. Oh, yeah, he was so strong. He came right at him. Oh, I loved it. That's crazy, mate. Listen, a lot of people after that fight were like, whoa, this is the best thing ever. This was old school. It wasn't really. It was new age, old school. Ben was doing a lot of chopping around and pretending he wants to fight. He didn't actually come right at him. He didn't. Sorry. He didn't come right at him and actually want to put hands on him. His dad even admitted that. Nigel Benn said he was jumping around a lot, but he didn't really. And this is a new age. We see this now. There's a lot of fronting. I'm not in there. That's fair to say. I've never been in there. I'm not in there. So, whatever, right? Take my opinion as nothing. At the same time, there was a lot of fronting in there. And it was only when Eubank's legs give out. Bear in mind, Hen is supposed to be the... Hen said, I'm coming right at him and sticking it on him. He didn't. He was scared about the jab. He was second guessing himself. Doing a lot of stuff out of range, no doubt. But he didn't come out the blocks and lay it all over Eubank. He just didn't do that. And because of recent history, i.e. Stinko De Mayo, and in general, Jack Casserole type fights, because of that, people get... This was... Eubank versus Ben was better than that, but it was not really. I didn't watch it again, for example. It was quite standoffish. There was a lot of non-effectual... I'm going to kind of just come in and work. There was no one work. I like seeing people work in. Look at Caballero, for example. But maybe I'm biased, but look at Golovkin. Yeah? The way they work in, yeah, and they're working. It's not, look at the floor, bowl your hand over, and I missed because I was out of range. They actually want to get on you and make holes. I didn't really see that. And it was only when Eubank's legs give out. It would have been a 10-2 type fight. Eubank's legs give out, and he has to then come forward. And when he came forward, Hen, the come forward guy, got punched up. Eubank had no legs at all. Dehydrated, finished in there. And Carl's glazing him. Now you can argue Eubank's the bigger man. He's 40 years old, and he looked. It's not like he didn't look 40. He looked 40 in there. Eubank was renowned for his cardio. He was renowned for it. He was the one pressing George Groves. Okay, George Groves, his shoulder went, but that's what he's known for, cardio. Seeing him have no legs under him, at one point, round 10 or 11, the bell goes, and he's like, Eubank was coming in like a right angle. He had nothing left at all. And in a second, Hen celebrates, yeah, I put him in hospital. Yeah, no, you didn't. He was dehydrated. You didn't put him nowhere, honestly. He was dehydrated. And if he wasn't, fight him at 168. If it was you doing him proper arm, yeah, fight him at 168. No, it's fair to say that Hen is 147 pounder. So he shouldn't. Eubank Jr. signed a contract for a 160 rematch, but that doesn't take away. I could sign a contract for a £120 fight, right? £122 fight, and I'd be. Do you understand? The fact I've signed something don't mean I'm any less dead at the weight. Does that make sense? We know Eubank has a big ego or whatever. He came down to 157 when he wasn't even fighting just to prove a point. So he's not going to say, no, I'm not going to fight him, but you didn't beat. In fact, you lost. You lost against the worst Eubank I've seen. The speculation is Achilles had when he looked that bad. He reminded me in there, yeah. Eubank reminded me of David Hay, and he outpunched you. He was throwing like 120 punches, I think, in the last few rounds each. Crazy, pure heart. I saw it from Eubank. Didn't really see it from Hen too much. Hen was posturing, but he hasn't been in a big fight yet, so maybe we give him time. But what Carl's doing here. If Carl had Eubank in front of him, he'd be doing the same thing to you. Oh, Eubank, you was all over him. Oh, you came right at him. Yeah. Anyway, let's get to some more bars from Yaxley Lennon.
There's loads of things that I could have changed and done better on the night, but ultimately it entertained. And I feel like that's what some fighters don't want to do. Could I nick the fight and just stand back foot, work the jab? You know, I could have done.
No, you couldn't have done. No, let's see if Carl replies to that.
But where's the value for money? Where's the entertainment? Where's the, the nitty gritty? Where's the...
Yeah, but you wasn't in there thinking I want to entertain. You was in there thinking I want to smash his head in.
Yeah, 100 million.
Because he was
I want
like,
to smash his head in.
No, you don't know. No, Carl, he wasn't thinking that. I watched the fight. He wasn't trying to smash his head in. He was trying to look like he wants to smash his head in. Nigel Benn, not my words. Nigel Benn's been in there and done it. That's his own son. He said, yeah, my son talked a big game before the fight. He was slagging me off, saying I'm going to be the one to handle the Eubank problem, and really didn't do much. That's fact. Watch the post-fight press conference and Nigel Benn's quotes. That's what he said. That's the truth. I saw it. I watched it. He's posturing, he's hopping. Even Tony Sims was saying, you got to actually get on him. You can't just hop around the place. And Carl, as an experienced fighter, should really know that. And say, why was you hopping like a jack in the box? Yeah? Why was you doing that? Get on him. I've seen Conor Benn walk down plumbers before. Right? We've seen him in there with Chris Algieri and whoever else. So what's changed here? Oh, I could have outboxed him. You could never have outboxed Eubank. Ever. I could have outjabbed him, really, could you? You couldn't even land. How could you have How could you have outjabbed him? You was working overtime to do anything and miss. I'm trying to find the part where Conor Benn says, he goes, yeah, I did improper arm, I put him in hospital. I'm trying to find it. I found it now. Like a proper plumber. I went straight past it. It's just sat here for 10 minutes like a cunt. Clicking through, and I'm already. Come on, man. Come on, people, man. Time for this shit.
4 rounds, I would have.
Do you think that affected you? Do you think that went against you in the end? Because in my first fight with Groves, I was all pent up and all, and I was walking into shots.
I don't know. I put him in hospital for a few days, so.
Listen, you both hit each other with a lot of digs, and it was a close, competitive fight. And it was entertaining.
I think leading up to the fight, that's always.
Put him in hospital for a couple of days. He was dead at the weight, and you was in hospital. Yeah? I got the leaked photos. You had your missus there. Who else was there? The priest was there. They were sitting over your bed like, oh, Conor, I'm not going to... You was in the hospital, bro. Even, who was it who was speaking? Was it Chris Eubank Sr. who said, oh, I was talking to Conor? You was right there, my bro. Put him in hospital. You did nothing, honestly. Jack in the box. Yeah? Alright, we've got some more clips for the masses right now. From Yaxley Lennon. Bosh.
What was the last 9 rounds? 3, 4, 5, the championship rounds. 10, 11, 12. It was scrappy, it was messy, and it was just kind of like winning the argument. But when you watch it and score it, gloves are hitting you. It was just busy, wasn't it? It was busy. But did you feel it was slipping away from you at the end? Or did you feel you was doing enough?
No, I felt like I'd done it. I felt like I was up before the bell had gone. 30 seconds. I only needed 30 seconds rest. I was up off my stool. 30 seconds before the bell had gone. Look at my demeanour.
Yeah, but you're fit, man. You're training.
Look at my demeanour in there.
Yeah.
You know,
confident.
I didn't look fazed by anything he threw. Yeah, he threw some arm shots and, had good work rate. But who was more concussive with their punch? Who was more landing the heavier shots.
Well, you hurt him early.
I wasn't hurt, I wasn't phased. So it's like you sort of go...
I wasn't phased, I was landing the bigger shots. Yeah, you hurt him early. When was that? when did Hen hurt Eubank early? I must have missed that. It's that kind of ad-libbing. Carl's doing it, and I get it. I'm not saying it's not human. When you're in front of someone, it's easy on the internet. And Carl was doing it on the internet. Yeah, I'm sticking on Conor Hen. He's getting it. You dirty egg eater type thing. And he's in front of him now. And he's kind of just cheerleading. Even earlier, a couple of seconds ago, Carl's like, yeah, I mean, I thought it could have gone either way. And you bet your bottom dollar, if Eubank was there, he'd be saying, yeah, you punched Hen's head right in. So it's that kind of... It's jumping on whatever bandwagon you're in front of. It's almost like when Turkey grabs your hand to hold. You think, well, I wouldn't normally do this, but I'm here now. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, 116, 112. I'm sitting there going, 116, 112. 116, 112. And then you just sort of go...
It feels too wide. The scorecard felt too wide.
So in my head, I'm going, all right, well...
No, the scorecards felt too wide. They felt too... Did they? I thought 116, 112 was bang on. Too wide? This whole too wide thing. Eubank won for sure. So if you want to say too wide, it was never a draw, ever. Seriously, it was never a draw. So it's either Ben won another round or he didn't. That's not too wide. I don't think he did. 8-4 is right where it should be. Eubank won that fight. If anything, he's the older man, he's weight drained, and he was the one who was dying to win. Conor Hen wasn't, for me, dying to win as much as Eubank was. He looked for Eubank. Honestly, I had money on Eubank, and after 9 rounds or whenever it was, at one point, Eubank's legs just give out, and I thought, oh no. Right? So if I'm thinking that in round 9, oh no, betting on Eubank, that should have been Hen all day and night. The younger man, more gas and whatnot. In them latter rounds, I don't think the weight plays so much of a factor. Look at Tyson Fury versus Usyk. It's the early rounds until the big dude gets more tired, really, that are more impactful. Bigger dudes, no matter what happens, get tired quicker. Yeah, so if you've hung in there for the early few, never mind bigger dudes. Eubank's an older, his legs were gone. Dehydrated dude. And you're the younger guy, the smaller guy. It should have been time to go, man. But come on, you got punched up. Stop playing.
Oh, did I lose? You know when fighters go, I felt like I won it, and you know they come out with stupid remarks after the fight. I was like, well, it mustn't have been close then. In my head, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. But I'm still going to come in there and try and take his head off. But less eager, less difference this time round. More confident than ever, and I can take his best shots. That weren't the best me in there. Safe to say that was the best Chris.
It was the best Chris. I can take his best shots, and it wasn't my best. That's classic, isn't it? Wait till you hear Carl Yaxley Lennon. Listen to this glazing here.
It was a quality performance, and yeah, it was the best Chris. And Chris ain't going to get any better because of his age, because I know what it's like to be around that age bracket. It's hard to get up, it's hard to motivate yourself.
Yeah, it was the best Chris, and he's getting old, and it wasn't the best Chris, man. It wasn't the best Chris. Chris apparently weighed in with his jacket on. I don't know what's wrong with Chris. Yeah, Eddie Hearn alleges, and how much of this is true, I don't know. But Sky Sports did report this as well. Apparently, he came in with a thick Louis Vuitton leather jacket. It's probably £3 there, £4 for his rehydration weigh-in, just to prove a point. A bit like the 157 weigh-in. This guy's got to get serious, man. It's not about proving a point. You prove your point on fight night. You want to make everything as easy as possible until that bell goes. The real point to prove would be knocking Conor Benn out in the ring, and to do that more effectively, you need all the water you can get in them 24, 36 hours. You don't need to be, I got my Louis Vuitton on. No. Yeah? Do the water thing as properly. Now, I don't know how much of it's true. Maybe he didn't have a 2 kilo coat on. Them leather coats are heavy, you know. You wouldn't believe it. So, yeah. Again, Yaxley Lennon, the glazing. Glazers.com.
But you've got the opportunity to... Are you always, you're 28 years old?
28, yeah.
You've got the opportunity to go down the route of sort of real...
Alright. 14.55.
Yeah.
The fact that I lost to him, I'm just trying. It's hard to process it. It's him.
Yeah, but imagine getting beat up or outclassed or knocked out. He was in a close fight that could have,
Yeah, it's sore though,
could have, maybe, should have, maybe, you know, maybe.
How about this? You know what's funny? Yeah, me and my dad got in the sauna on the
Yeah.
Sunday after the fight.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit fragile, you know, like as in emotionally.
So the next day.
Next day, we've got in the sauna and we had like a little disagreement over something.
Yeah.
He's gone and whispered under his voice, gone, loser. I thought, Dad, mate, that's
see
a
that in
bit
him.
too soon.
I could see
Because
that
I
in
give
him.
him stick for
I
it.
didn't like him congratulating Chris at the post-fight presser, saying, "Yeah, you're
No,
dad."
no, a bit of a liberty, really.
Fair play to him though.
I
Magnanimous.
felt
I didn't like Nigel congratulating Chris. That's what people should do. I don't need no backslappers, man. If I got beat, I got beat at the end of the day, right? Oh, I didn't like that. He should have sucked you. We've seen too many dads do that. Devin Haney daddy be doing that. Teofimo Lopez daddy be doing that. Just shilling their base. Oh, it's my son, so he definitely won. No, he didn't win. Everyone saw it. We all saw a hen hopping around like a jack in the box. End of the day. Nigel saw it. Tony Sims saw it. We all saw it. Bottom line. Carl didn't see it. Carl's too busy hanging out the back of Conor Hen. Okay, now we've got the second to last piece. This is where Carl drops in the egg gate question.
A few times. The failed drugs test issue, clomiphene. If I'm just going to ask you straight, you know what? One of the things I need to ask you about, anyway, man, it's all good. You know what? One of the things I need to ask you about, which
Carl don't want to ask the question. I get it, it's awkward, isn't it? But he don't want to ask. He's like, oh, one of the things I've got to, because the portal's got the tapes. I've got to ask you. I don't want to. Normally you say, oh, I want to ask you one last thing, my brother. He's like, oh, I've got to ask you this because the pork's taper on my neck, man. The pork ain't got no tapes, man. He's full of shit as well. Where the tapes at, pork? I'm coming for you. I ain't forgot about you. You best believe it. It's been a week, my bro. Where the tapes at, man? Oh, email Carl. You got the tapes. Where they at? Yeah, he's pied you off. He's give you a stinky bone to chew on. Hey, take this stinky bone, man. He's tapped you on your head and you've been sent on your way. We want the tapes, Port. Where the turkey tapes at, man? Where they at? Yeah? Where they at? Because this dude, Carl Yaxley Lennon Froch, he treated the pork like a brass. That's what he's done. Yeah? No doubt about it. Anyway, here's the question from Carl.
But anyway, man, it's all good. You know what? One of the things I need to ask you about, which I don't really want to fucking talk about because I'm sick of it and I've said it on my channel a few times.
No, I don't really want to talk about it. I got to, man. Them turkey tapes are X-rated. Oh, here we go.
The failed drugs test issue, clomiphene. If I'm just going to ask you straight, what's happened with that?
That was a horrific period.
I know it was a terrible part of
For
your life.
2.5.
It was a terrible period. I know it was a terrible one. That's nuts, man. The thing about Carl is he didn't have the energy on his channel. He didn't say, yeah, when it first came out, when Carl was starting out, he wasn't saying, no, it must be terrible for Conor Hen. It must be a terrible time he's going through. He said, ban all cheats, you dirty eggs Benedict consumer, etc, etc. Now he's shilling what's in front of him. Yeah, it must have been awful for you. We want to know, Carl Yaxley Lennon Froch. Okay, we want to know how the clomiphene got in there. Or are they saying there wasn't none there? What is it? They made a test up or what? His B sample was clean or what? If his B sample was clean, this thing would never happened, you'd assume. Right? Ken hasn't explained how the clomiphene got in his system. And I don't agree with it. I said this the other day. I don't care about no tests no more because it's all fake. And even if they did it, they're off. So you can never believe these ones here.
Years. Even now, still healing through that.
Yeah.
But what more can I do? I won the case 3 times and, you know, I've just left it to my legal team.
You've won the case, it's with your legal team.
Won the case 3 teams. Won the case 3 times, case closed, case won. And I'm excited that I just was able to move on from that.
Well, listen, me personally, I'm just pleased it's all done and dusted and you can put it behind you. Now, with that fight with Eubank Jr. and the fact that you've got the rematch and then world title ambitions, you've got a potentially really, really bright and exciting future.
So Carl's happy to brush it under the carpet. End of the day, he felt forced by the masses. The masses are in his comments. We'll go through that now quickly before we get to the Yaxley Lennon bars. Never thought I'd see the day when Froch became an arse rimmer. The rehydration clause put Eubank in hospital, not you. Another fact. Still not heard why he was cleared of 2 separate failed tests. Fact. Some cat in here said, "Battle of the shittest necklace." Let's have a look. I love the comments, man. The comments are what's up, man. You know what I mean? Look at these two here. Let's see who's got the worst necky on. I think he might be Carl, honestly. I'm trying to get the I'm trying to get the front on. See if we can get a front angle of Yaxley Lennon. It looks like a Russell Brand piece he's got on. Some hippie gear he rocking. Anyway, I can't really find a better angle. Let me make it big for you, man. No diddy. That's what we're fixing to do right now. Oh, come on. Who's got the shittest necklace on? It's close. So this is a life and death, man. This is. I got it 116, 112 to Carl Froch for the shittest necklace. Oh, that's crazy, man. These comment dons are diabolical. Let's see what else we got here. Conor delivered. Yeah, this is it. The thing with Froch is he gobs off about fighters, but he is quiet as a church mouse when he sees them in person. That is the essence of it, and I understand the psychology behind it. I get it. It's not like you think it is. Yeah, but the argument is, well, you shouldn't. I think it's different over Carl because he's got. If it was me, for example, I'm just another bare bum in the shower. They can just say, "Well, who are you?" kind of thing. But with Carl, he had the platform and the clout. To really, he should be able to just stick it on people. And he's doing a lot of gobbling as well. It's not even just down the line, it's a lot of gobbling. Conor Benn's in front of him. Yeah, he was all over him. Oh, you're too big for him. Oh, you know what I mean? We've done the video already. He's just adding extra ad-libs, extra glaze libs that didn't need to be there. Someone said they're asking what his favourite tattoo is again. Oh, I can't do it with these comment dons no more, man. They're killing me too much. Oh, Carl's responded to that thing about Froch gobbling off people. Here we go. Look, here's all the Yaxley Lennon fans. We can't all be as hard as you. He's about all the shills are coming out in full force now. From Massa Yaxley Lennon. Where will we get? I'm trying to find. Exactly. Well observed, mate. And everyone cried about it. Where are we looking for? Oh my god. So Froch replies to oh my god. Where's oh my god at? When did Froch ever gob off about Conor with regards to drug tests? Really? Really? I'll have to do investigation on that. But Froch has come out before when everyone's popping. He said, "I'm clean and everyone should be clean." I'm sure I've heard him. Or maybe it was Tony Ballou. But I'll find that maybe Froch has probably deleted the tapes. That's what he's probably done. But I'll look into it, see if I can find something. Hen said he watched the fight and scored it for himself after the fight. Now he's saying he hasn't watched it. Yeah, we did videos on this at the time. I don't get this whole thing. Ask him what his favourite ice cream is. Just taking the piss right now, man. It's wicked, these man in the comments. Anyway, let's get to the point. Let's get to the last point. Let's get to the Yaxley Lennon point right now for the masses. Alright, so there's been, we know if you've been following this channel / following the Porky's Corner, Pork Corner. Pork has basically said that Carl is cousins with Tommy Stephen Yaxley Lennon. Right, that's been now to EDL Froch type thing. And the Pork alleges he's got some X-rated, diabolical turkey tapes, his turbulency tapes, that Carl doesn't want out there. Right, and then all of a sudden I see this video pop up. Yeah, here we go. Watch this video here. It's too funny, man. Watch this video here right quick.
I'm just sitting here with my boy Manvirai, my producer. Here he is, look. Just like a warrior, doesn't it? Sikh warrior, my man. Anyway.
So obviously, ever since this controversy's come about, Froch, has hopped on Indeed, he's hopped on LinkedIn for the most applicable DEI hire, right? He's thinking, oh shit, Turkey's on me now. The Turkey tapes are coming out. So let me hire. I think you got the wrong one though. I think this cat's Sikh. I think he's Sikh, man. You got the wrong. I know that. Come on, it's England, bro. They're all the same anyway. But still, you got the wrong one, my bro, man. You said the right one. Yeah, you need to go on back on Indeed and put in Muzzy, not the Sikh man. Close, but not quite there. Froch, but the Froch, like I said. It's England, and he thought that'll do. I see a bit of sand there. Bosh, hire him. But yeah, on a serious note, listen. What was I saying? So, look, Froch is. I've never seen this done before either. So Froch is getting out there now. No, look, yeah. Look, I've got my best friends. You see that one there? That's an old school bar. Yeah, that's the old school bar, the EDL dons. Oh, my best friend, my producers. Do you know what I mean? My producer is ABCD. I got a black friend. My best friend's black. You see what I mean? It's one of them from Carl. Smart play, dated play, but smart nonetheless. This gives him now cover, right? You'll say when Turkey presses him. I'm not even sure Sikhs and Muslims get on though. To be fair, I don't know enough about the thing, but I'm pretty sure they don't. But still, it'll be enough. Yeah, all the Carl has to do is dress him up, dress that dude up in the Saudi gear, and he fits. Come on, people, he fits the role nicely, man. So Carl, dress him up. When Carl goes to Saudi, he's gonna put him in the original Saudi gear, and he'll pass. And then Carl will be like, when the tapes come out from the pork, Carl will be like, what? No, look, my brother here. Yeah. Salam alaikum, this cat here, yeah? Woo woo. You see what I mean? Bosh. This is the bosh here. But it also goes to show... Now, I don't know Carl. I'm just saying what's been alleged. I don't know him from Adam. But there probably will be certain men who are mad right now. Because Carl was supposed to be, from what I've heard, he's supposed to be bang on it with Tommy, right? With Yaxley Lennon. He's supposed to be bang on it with that. So it is interesting how... Well, I don't know. But that's what I've heard. People who know Carl... The pork says he's got the tapes. Or is it a case that the Sikh man are alright? That's also possible. Well, the Sikhs are alright, but the Muzzies ain't. I don't know. I don't know him. Yeah? But this, to me, I've never seen this Don before. I've been following Carl for years. Why is this Don popping out now? Right? Yeah? How does that make sense? It's like me bashing the Transformers, the rainbow flags, and then I'm a famous guy. I've been bashing the rainbow flags on WhatsApp to the pork, and all of a sudden you see me, my producer's a rainbow flag. It's like, what? That's a cover, man. Come on, Carl, I'm onto your ass, man. Don't be doing this DEI product placement on us, man. I saw your play, bro. It's a nice play though. It's nice. It was slipping him in there. Oh look, here is the token. Sandy, yeah. I got the token Sandy, man. Them Turkey tapes ain't gonna stick, right? Anyway, I'm only messing. Funny times. Yeah, the pork's. But at the end of the day, man, the pork's bottled it. Tell the truth, the pork has bottled it. At the end of the day, yeah, he's choked. That's it. All he wanted was a stinky bone and a pat on his head from Carl, and that's what he got. End of the day. And it makes me laugh as well. The pork was I was Carl's best friend. I was Carl's best friend. And Carl's gone unhired. This is supposed to be Pork sitting there. Pork's gonna be sick when he sees this video, man. Pork was promised all the things this Don here's getting. Right? What was his name? Manveer. Yeah? Manveer is getting all the things that the Pork, and I think the Pork has some leanings as well. I'm not saying he's overtly Yaxley Lennon, but I think he has some leanings towards that way of things. So when he sees this, I want to hear the Pork's tapes to his friends, and that would be funny to hear as well. You know the Pork's sick right now, yeah.
Boy, Manveer Rai, my producer.
It's not Porky, man. Come on, Carl. How are you gonna do your Aryan brethren like that, my bro? That's supposed to be the Pork sitting right there, was it not? And the Pork's sick right now. He's sick. He's sick, man. He lost out to the DEI, Diversity, Equality and Inclusion hire. Bosh. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash a like button, subscribe, like the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this, so people stop it. Bye.